Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Overrated review, the most casual reviews on all of the internet. I am Bradley Overrated, and this is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. I finally got around to playing it, and now I want to talk about it in 2021. So in Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, you follow the story of Zangetsu, a swordsman who's searching for revenge upon some demons who cursed him because demons are jerks. And I love this premise because it is straightforward, simple, and this game inspires and does in fact remind me of the good old days of the classic Castlevania era. Which, depending on how you look at it, could be considered a good or a bad thing. For example, the controls are definitely stiff like those classic games, and the level designs themselves can be a little bit jarring. It can be a little bit confusing as where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do, but to me that's just the good old classic Castlevania, and I played these games growing up, so it felt true to form, and I think that was a good thing. I also have to highlight the enemy varieties. The enemies themselves are a lot of fun and provide a good challenge, and the boss fights are the piece de la resistance in this game. I thought the boss fights were so well done. And pardon my French, by the way, I am fairly positive I did not say that term correctly in the slightest, or even said the right word, but you get the point. It is awesome. The boss fights are great, the enemy varieties are great. I did enjoy the level designs, I did enjoy the levels themselves. I think my biggest complaint I had with this game had to be the short length of it overall. This game is surprisingly quick to finish, and while there is reasons to go back and replay this, such as discovering other extra things in the level and whatnot, I was disappointed by how quickly I finished the game, which is especially true considering that there are extra characters that you can acquire along the way through the campaign, and they have their strengths and weaknesses and own special abilities as well, which is also another terrific thing that I really enjoyed, which only makes it more infuriating for me at least that I was able to beat the game in almost a day or two. And then I also have to commend the pixel art. The graphic design in this is just fantastic, and the soundtrack is so vintage. They did a really nice job is what I'm really trying to get across, that if you like those old school Castlevania games that provide a good challenge and have wonderful enemies and things to discover and all of that good stuff, if you were like me and you grew up playing the NES and the Super NES, then you don't have to look any further because this game does an excellent job of showcasing what those games were like. Which is why I have zero problems giving Castlevania Curse of the Moon a very solid B+. I mean, this game was great. Are there things they could have improved, such as some minor parts? Yes, of course there are, and they just came out with a sequel that I'm dying to try now that I've played this. But overall, this is a great game, guys. This is a stellar game, and it's a wonderful indie title that I played on the Nintendo Switch. If you have a Nintendo Switch, or don't, I mean, this is available, I believe, on every platform. I recommend playing it because it runs great on anything, it seems, and it's just a ton of fun to be had. And this concludes my Overrated review. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to check this out, and let me know down in the comments below what you thought of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. What were some of your likes about the game, dislikes about the game? I'm always curious to know as to what others think about the games they play, especially if they're the same game that I'm playing. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, praise be to Yevon, and I will see you on the next Overrated review.